Hello guys, this is VIPKID Spencer or Teacher Spencer Kalar. I'm not for sure if you guys can see this. Usually when I teach my VIPKID classes, the screen just comes back as it is. It's not a reverse image, where it's reversed. But that's okay. But I'm Teacher Spencer Kalar. I work with a company called VIPKID. And if you are interested in applying with VIPKID, maybe you've seen some of the ads on Facebook, or you have, seen it, online or on an email or whatnot. Maybe you've had some questions about it. What exactly is VIPKID? Well, basically what VIPKID is a online English-based learning platform, and it's a company that's based out of China. 100% legit company. I had some doubts about it when I first found out about VIPKID, because I was wondering, okay, is this a scam? What is this? Because it is a pretty new company. It's only been around for about 5 years now. They have been rated #1 by Forbes magazine as the top remote company to work for. You work from home. You work from home. You set your own hours. You're an independent contractor. You can work as much as you want to or as little as you want to. It's a 6-month contract, and that's that's how your employment goes. Is every 6 months they review your contract and decide if they want to renew you for another 6 months or not. So basically what I'm going to do today is kind of give you an overview of how to become a VIPKID teacher. Very first and foremost, the thing you have to do is it all boils down first off to your personality. Do you have a passion for teaching kids? Do you love them? Do you get excited about them? Is it something that you wake up in the morning like, man, I just want to teach kids, and I feel that drive, and I feel something spark in me when I see a kid finally get an idea, or finally get a concept that you've been teaching, and you've been wondering if they've been understanding the concept or whatnot. So you've got to have that passion. You've got to have that energy. You got to have that vibe. Number 2, because it is online-based learning, but VIPKID still has high standards for their teachers. So from an education standpoint, you still have to have a minimum of a bachelor's degree, because it is a paid service. So the company wants to ensure parents that they're still getting a good quality education, that they're still getting a good quality education, that their child is getting a good quality education first and foremost. So they want you to have at least a bachelor's degree, and then back to what I was saying earlier, you just have to have a passion for kids. And then there is a 6-step process. First thing you have to do is, I didn't do this, but I wish I had, because I really felt like I was swimming, trying to catch my breath. Got too deep into the water, so to speak. And that is get you a VIPKID coach. Highly recommend you to get a VIP coach. Do the best you can to make that happen. That's usually your referring teacher. I love mentoring people. I love teaching and letting people grow. So if you're interested and you need a VIP coach, I 100% I'm willing to help you. Here's my referral code. You can if you apply, you put in that referral code, I'll get a notification, and I can check on you, ask you questions, send you emails. We can even Skype, chat, whatever you want to do. If you need, and I believe there's an option on the app, on the computer app, where I'm able to video chat with you and kind of have a mock class session with you. So I would love to do that if you need that help. I didn't do it. I kind of just dove in there and just started. I did fail my first time, passed my second time. So if you do fail, don't give up. And they will even tell you when you apply that the majority of applicants do fail the first time. And then number two, you obviously you have to apply. Once you apply, if you have a bachelor's degree, and your bachelor's degree can be in anything. My bachelor's degree is in psychology with a minor in criminal justice. It does not have to be in English. You could be a biology major. You could have a bachelor's degree in theater. You could have it in math or science or criminal justice. Any field. It doesn't have to be a particular. It doesn't have to even be an education field. You just have to have a bachelor's degree. They do like if you do have some type of experience working with children or teaching kids. Me personally, I've had 3 years substitute teaching experience, and I also am a student. I'm also a teacher myself. I teach social studies. So a lot of teachers, a lot of VIPKID teachers are also teachers or are usually some in the education field themselves. So it feels kind of natural already. But you have to apply. So if you've got the passion, you've got the drive, you got the personality for it. You got that, and you got your bachelor's degree. You're good to go. The third thing you got to do is you have to do a demo. And there's a couple of ways you can do it now. I did the recorded demo, but you can do a recorded demo. You can do a live demo where you actually will talk with, just like me, just like I'm talking now, but you'll talk with somebody on the other end who, they ask you questions, what's your education background, who you are, getting to know a little bit about you, but mainly what they're trying to do is figure out if you're a good fit for VIPKID, if you're going to be a good teacher, if you have that energy, you have that vibe. So when you do your class, what I would recommend you doing is have something set up like this already. Get you a backdrop. I'm in my office right now. I got lights. This is the Great Wall of China. Here's a map. This is a reward system I have. So if you do a good job, you get a globe. If you get 5 globes, you get to shoot the basketball. And they pretend like they're shooting. So I got that. America, China, got decorate rocket ships. Just trying to make it colorful. So definitely have some type of backdrop. Also have props. You should, when you do the demo lesson, you should be able to access. You should be able to get onto you can create your own account, and once you get through the application process, and they want to do your recorded interview, you should have your credentials where you can get onto their site, or you can get onto their app, and really look at the documents, look at the look at the material, and I'll just kind of show you what I mean by that. I got my phone right here, and this is how I plan for my classes. All right. So this is a class I have tomorrow at 5:30, and we're doing animal helpers. Animal helpers. And so this is a reward system, and you can do their reward system if you want to. You don't have to. Basketball is very, very popular in China, so even if you're not a basketball fan, I would highly recommend doing this. There's actually more basketball fans in China than the entire population of the United States. So it's a very, very, it'd be a very, very good idea to have some type of basketball reward system. But, this is, if you do a good job, you get a leaf, and you get to feed the caterpillar or the worm. And, so you can print this out, and you can get your little a board like this or something like that, and then you say, can you read this? This is a warm up where they have to read. Like, look at the picture. And this is for more advanced students. This would be for an older student. I believe this is a level 4, level 5. If you get down to level 2s or level 3s, it's going to be more simplistic. Like, this is a bee, but this is 4 or 5 where it says, what are some of the benefits of bees? And they have to name off some of the stuff. But you want to have props. So, for instance, I'm talking about bees, I got flowers. So bees pollinate the flowers. So they can visually see it. And it's just like teaching, if you have kids or you can imagine like young babies who are learning English or learning their language for the first time. Everything's word association. So, I have a 3-year-old, and I tell my 3-year-old, this is a fish. Fish. He knows this is a fish. So, that word association, that repetition. Let's see what else. Got honey. So, one of the benefits of bees is they make honey. So you have visuals. If I'm teaching about the flag, I might say this is a flag. My hand represents a flag. Or if I'm saying what animal lives on the mountain, this is a mountain. This would be elephant. So you use a lot of what's called total physical response, or TPR. That's really going to wow the interviewers. And also, the advice I would give you for your interview: embrace the awkwardness. That is one of the things that if I had one of the key points or advice that I would give to you is embrace the awkwardness, because it is awkward. Me, I did the recorded interview, and how the recorded interview is you pretend like you are teaching a kid, but there's no kid there. So it's like, hey, what is your name? And you're listening. This is total physical response, like you're listening to the kid. And you have to pretend like someone's talking to you. Hello, Bob. And so it is kind of awkward, but they do have a live interview if you want to do your interview in person, or on through video. They have an express interview. I am not 100% positive what that is, but if it's something you're interested in maybe doing, you can look into that. And they also have. They now have a coaching day, so maybe you don't want to have that awkward moment where you're having to do necessarily a demo or interview. So you can actually have a coaching day where you go through a training for the day, and you can do it that route. Me personally, I was busy at the moment when I started applying, so I really didn't have the time, because that's the only, in my opinion, the only con to a coaching day is you have to meet their schedule. So if it's not something that if it's not a time that works for you, they are flexible. You can pick different times, but recorded interview you can do at 3:00 in the morning and then submit it, or whatever time you're up, or if you're a morning person or afternoon or whatever you prefer. But those are the things you can do. If you fail the first time, do not be discouraged, because most and VIPKID will tell you this. Most teachers do fail the first time. I failed my demo the first time, passed it the second time. And they give you lots of feedback, or they should give you lots of feedback. They'll give you some pointers, and don't look at it as, man, I'm a failure. Look at it as an opportunity to grow, to learn, some things that you can improve on, any things that can really, really help you. Sorry. Things that can help you, 100%, and if you listen to their feedback, you do what they tell you to do, you can retake it. I've heard people say that you have to wait like 30 days. I don't remember having to wait 30 days. I think I had to wait a couple of weeks. I don't remember if it was 30 days or not. It may be 30 days now. I'm not 100% positive. And then once you pass the interview, you then have you then have to go through certification or your mock class. So the certification consists of you taking a test. They give you all the material. A lot of it is psychological theories, theories of learning, different research that has been proven effective in the classroom. So you want to make sure you read all of that research, read all that information. That they have it all on a PDF file for you to read, and then you take your test. What I would recommend you doing is taking the test. You can take the test first and see what you missed, and then kind of go back and review it, because it is kind of lengthy material. Or you can, because it should allow you to look at the test. You can write down the questions and then look for the information pertaining to those questions as you're reading the material, and that always helps me out. So you pass certification, and then you have to do a mock class, which is similar to your demo, but it's where you're doing basically, you're still going to teach a class, like you kind of did with your demo, but it's going to be a little bit more lengthy, and you're going to have a mock class mentor who's going to be there on the other side, who's going to pretend to be a 10-year-old Chinese student, or 6 or 7-year-old or whatever. And what they're doing is they're looking for the qualities that they want to see in a VIPKID teacher. For instance, do you correct the student? So if they mispronounce a word, and say they say hom instead of home, do you underline the word? Be patient with them, wait and say home. You maybe get in the camera and you're like home. So they want to see that you're correcting the student. They want to see that you're using TPR. They want to see that you're being fun. So like for instance, if I know this past year, this year, in fact, it was around Chinese New Year. 2019 is the year of the pig. So I would say Happy New Year. Yeah, high five. So you use a lot of props. Some of the things that I've done in the past, just for props, like a campfire. I got a lighter right here, and it's like, we made a campfire, and it's like, just stuff like that. And a lot of the stuff is not super expensive. Some of the stuff I use, my kids have, they're in their room. I've just taken it because they got a bunch of toys already. But I use this stuff for props. Like this is a cube. This is a circular cylinder, and this is actually a cardboard roll for aluminum foil, and I just cut it into pieces to make a circular cylinder because we do teach shapes. This is a sphere. This is just Play-Doh. And you got this for like a quarter, 50 cents. That's a sphere. You teach about fruit, eating healthy. So if you got banana, you got apples in your kitchen, you bring that and you can show that kind of stuff. Get you some flashcards. You can buy flashcards. A lot of times I go to Dollar General or Dollar Tree. And because you are an independent contractor, you are, a lot of the stuff I believe you write it off on your taxes. So you need to keep up that information too. Technology requirements. I forgot to mention this. When you're doing your video, you want to make sure you have a hardline connection. Make sure you can use a Wi-Fi connection, but I would recommend a hardline connection straight to your modem. Your internet speed needs to be at least 50 megabytes a second. You need a high-speed internet, preferably at least 100 megabytes a second. Get you a Bluetooth headset. I use this one. It's a V10 Sparrow. I just got it ordered on Amazon. I think it costs $25 and it works great. I know some people, they get the whole setup. I just do the one ear, and it works great for me. So you Get your camera with a good webcam. Most laptops already have a built-in camera. Get your headset, your Bluetooth headset, hardline connection, internet speed, at least 50 to 100 megabytes a second, and so you do need that. So, but once you pass your mock class, once you pass your quiz, all your study material, that's steps 4 and 5, then you're hired. So you sign a 6-month contract. After 6 months, they review to see if they're gonna give you another contract. I'm in my first contract right now, and I think I'm due for another one and a contract extension in a month and a half. So I really hope I get it. I think I've been doing okay. But it's awesome. I love doing it, and but that's the process to get to become hired. If you're interested, like I said, you got my referral code. I'd love to be your coach if you need any training or help with anything, any pointers. And I know this video is kind of lengthy, but I just kind of wanted to break down the process of becoming a VIPKID teacher. Subscribe to my page. My YouTube name is Andrew Kalar. So I'm here for you if you want me to be your VIPKID coach, or there's also tons of other videos you can watch. That all kinds of helpful information. That's what I did, to get started with VIPKID. But yeah, if you love teaching kids, you love flexible hours, setting your own schedule, being in control of your own life, it works great. And I'll have some more videos, some shorter videos for sure. So stay tuned for some pros and cons videos. I'm going to have some different ideas that will help that you can use in your classroom, and I'm sure to post those. So stay tuned for more information on that. All right. Bye-bye. High five with VIPKID. Bye-bye. Zai Chen, which is Chinese for goodbye.